they're too busy being involved in science, technology, engineering, and math. And ADP is helping keep all young folks on course with learning about this world of technology with their 1 hour of code. And Adrienne Ware is the Vice President of Implementation. Ooh, that's a big title. So tell us some more about the Hour of Code and why ADP came up with this idea.
Yeah, so the Hour of Code, like I said, is the largest learning event in history, and it enables and actually allows students to demystify code. So code seems to be so complex when you just say the word coding, but it allows students to demystify code. It's focused on girls and underrepresented minorities so that we can attract more in the fields of STEM. So as you know, Monica, if you look at the number of women in the STEM field, very low, in the low to mid 20s. If you look at males in this area, it's a male-dominated field. If you look at people of color, the numbers are even lower. And so the goal is to, how can we increase, attract, and retain both women and underrepresented groups in the areas of STEM. And so then your question, why ADP? So ADP is focused on deploying software solutions to our client base for human capital management. So everything from recruitment to retirement, we go out and employ technology solutions. And so our interest, of course, is attracting some students like we have here today from Bunch Middle School. And so the more we can get out and spend time with these students, again, demystifying code, the better we are able to attract these types of students. And so even during the break, we had a little bit of dialogue in terms of their interests, etc. And so our goal is at the end of the day to possibly hire 1 or 2 of these students.
Now, what could this mean for the state of Georgia in the long run? Because a lot of times we lose students, and when I look at what's happening in the state of Georgia in terms of employment, it's all becoming technology oriented.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you look at what the state of Georgia is doing in terms of the software company, not only the software companies, the technology companies moving into the state of Georgia, you have the Microsofts, you have the Googles, the big move to get Amazon into the state of Georgia, etc. And so similar, ADP also being one of the technology companies in the state of Georgia. Our goal is to try to build and grow right here in the state of Georgia students with the particular skill sets that we're looking at. So if you look at the Silicon Valley, I would envision Georgia looking like the Silicon Valley at some point in time.
So the students that you brought in with you are just amazing. We're going to talk to them some more. But what's it going to be like tomorrow for that hour of code at Bunch Middle School?
Yeah, so we're really excited about partnering with Bunch Middle School again this year. And so Dr. Watkins, under his leadership, is just a huge proponent of technology. And so what he is doing is literally the entire school will shut down to do an hour of code. So nearly 900 students, all which will have their own device. So 99.9% of them will actually have a device and actually be able to participate in coding. And so ADP is coming out with our large team of people that will partner with these students and teachers to actually do a coding event in each one of the classrooms, etc. And if you haven't had the opportunity to go over to Bunch Middle School, they've just been open, I guess this is maybe their 3rd year being opened. The Atlanta Public Schools spent millions of dollars enabling Bunch. It's a technology-enabled school. Every aspect of the school is enabled with technology.
And this is in Southwest Atlanta.
This is in Southwest Atlanta, absolutely. And the reason why they did it in Southwest Atlanta was to be able to attract those students in that area and also, underrepresented groups in that area, and then, create a learning bed, if you will, as it relates to technology.
So Amani Bedwa, my 8th grader at Bunch Middle School. Tomorrow, what are you hoping to learn with coding? Or are you already past that? This is easy for you.
Well, I've done it already for 2 years, so I can say that I pretty much experienced the full program of the Hour of Code, but I would still like to participate in it for fun and just to review building the building blocks of code and doing programming.
Well, I understand you have this love too for robots.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you going to do with robots?
I plan to learn how to code and perfect coding skills. So, because without coding, you can't tell robots what to do. It's all about the coding, the programming, the different languages. And once you learn those, you can get a robot to do anything, whether it's assess climate change, temperatures, or work in factories, architecture work. They can almost do anything.
Well, when we come back, I'm going to talk to Enam about how she's going to use her coding skills. And I've discovered she's already taking 9th grade math. Yeah, this young woman has got it together. I am so proud of these kids. You are listening to the new Kiss 104.1, today's R&B and throwbacks. And coming back, I'm going to do birthdays and more with my students from Ralph Bunche Middle School here on Kiss 104.1.